In this video, we're going to show you the perfect itinerary for Portugal. One of the questions we get asked most is how to build an itinerary that combines the capital Lisbon with the fairy tale palaces of Sintra and the beach charm of Cascais. To do this trip comfortably and truly enjoy it, we recommend at least 7 days. That's why we've prepared a super complete 7-day itinerary with the best of this region, detailed day by day. If you have less time, you can cut the day trips, but it would be a shame. So, let's get started. When is the best time to visit this region of Portugal? In our opinion, the best times are spring, from April to June, and fall, in September and October. The weather is perfect, not too hot and not too cold, and prices are better. Spring is beautiful, with the flowers in Sintra. We recommend avoiding the months of July and August. It's summer, the high season. It gets very hot, especially in Lisbon and Sintra, and the region gets unbearably crowded with tourists. And prices skyrocket winter, from November to March, is a good time to visit Lisbon, but Sintra is very damp, foggy, and rainy. So, how will our 7-day itinerary work? The idea is to use Lisbon as a single base, staying at the same hotel for the entire trip. Lisbon is the capital, has the best infrastructure for hotels and restaurants, and is at the center of everything. The secret to this itinerary is using public transport. We'll explore Lisbon on foot and by tram, and we'll use the excellent and cheap trains for day trips to Sintra and Cascais. Now, let's talk about transportation between cities. For this itinerary, the rule is clear: do not rent a car. It's the worst decision you can make. In Lisbon, traffic is chaotic, the streets of Alfama are impossible to drive, and parking is expensive. In Sintra, it's even worse. Non-resident cars are banned from driving up to the palaces. You'll be forced to park far away and take a bus. You will use the metro, the trams, and the commuter trains. To get from Lisbon to Sintra, you'll take the train from Rossio station in the city center. The journey takes 40 minutes and costs about €2.30 each way. To get from Lisbon to Cascais, you'll take the train from Cais do Sodré station. The journey takes 40 minutes and is beautiful, running along the coast. To get around inside Lisbon, use the metro, the funiculars like Elevador da Gloria, and the trams. Riding the tram 28, the yellow streetcar, is a tourist attraction in itself. To get around inside Sintra, from the station to the palaces, you'll take the tourist bus, line 434. It runs a circular loop and costs about €7. Trying to walk up is a terrible idea. It's very far and steep. What about Uber or Bolt? They work very well in Lisbon and are surprisingly cheap, much cheaper than in the rest of Europe. Staying in a good area will make your trip much easier. You'll be close to all these tourist spots. Since Lisbon will be our base, let's focus on it. The most charming neighborhoods are Alfama and Bairro Alto. The advantage is the charm of the narrow streets. The disadvantages are the steep hills and the noise at night. In Bairro Alto's case, the most practical and flat area is Baixa and Chiado. You'll be in the center of everything, near the metro, Rossio station for Sintra, and Praça do Comércio. It's our #1 recommendation for logistics. For luxury, stay on Avenida da Liberdade. It's the street of designer shops, wide, tree-lined, and with the 5-star hotels. We created this custom map, which explains exactly which is the best region. If you stay in the Baixa or Chiado area, you can't go wrong. We'll leave the link to this map here on the QR code on the screen. And in the video description, we created it on the hotel site we always use, as it always has the best prices. There, you can put in your travel dates and see all the hotel options within that location at the lowest prices. We'll also leave links to the hotels where we've stayed. In every destination, we always recommend one that is very cheap and super well located, and another that's a bit nicer, in the same location, but a little more expensive. They are great options. An important tip to save on lodging is the advanced booking strategy. The earlier you book your hotel, the less you will pay. This is why we love using this website. Besides having the lowest prices, it has free cancellation for almost all hotels. You can book as early as possible to guarantee a much lower price, and if you need to cancel later, it's super easy and costs nothing. And remember that in the link below, we always organize everything you need to plan your entire trip for the best price. The sites we use to plan our trips, and that have everything much cheaper: Travel eSIM, travel insurance at half price, tickets for all attractions, good and cheap hotels we've stayed at, cheap car rentals, and the global account to carry money paying much lower fees. And the links already contain automatic discounts, as we are always updating them, so save and use this page that will make your trip much easier. Now, let's get to the day-by-day plan. Day 1. Arrival in Lisbon.